All right. Let me know if you can hear me now. I noticed that I wasn't making it. There was no sound. So let me know if you can hear me now. Jack. Okay, great. So yeah, I was actually watching Iron Fist, and I lost track of time, and I said, "Oh my god, I got to go live in 15 minutes." So I didn't have time to set up or anything. But get this. So I told Joey, like 4 hours. I got home from the movie around 5ish, 5:30, and I said, "Oh Joey, we're gonna go live at 12. I mean, we're gonna go live at 9." He said, "All right." He said 3 minutes before I went live, he says, "I need 5 minutes." The guy had 4 hours to prepare, and he's still unprepared. He hasn't even called me on Skype yet. I've been on Skype for 10 minutes, and I told him, and he hasn't called. So I don't know what his excuse is. So we're going to start without him because the show doesn't wait for Joey. Let me see if he's even on. Yeah, he's still not. He's still not on Skype. So we're just going to start without him. Joey unprepared as always. So we're going to move on without Joey. And then if he calls me, that's fine. We'll throw him in. But until then, he's already telling me that his camera doesn't work. So he can't do the camera thing. So he's shy. And he's already telling me he's having connection problems. I like how all these issues manifest 5 minutes before stream. Unprepared Joey. Oh, and for those of you wondering about the happy birthday in the background, it was my son's birthday last week. He just turned 4. We had a party, and we've been celebrating for the last week. So, yeah, big deal. It's a big deal. All right, so, yeah, I'm going to get right to the movie. So, because I know a lot of people, I know this people are going to ask me, all right, the bottom line is people want to know if I liked Godzilla better or if I liked Kong better. But let me give you my thoughts on the movie first because I enjoyed it. I liked it a lot. You know, I mean, I'm a kaiju fan, so there's very little it can. Well, I shouldn't say there's very little it can do wrong, but I definitely understand where a lot of people are coming from with the character development, and you know, Tom Hiddleston's character reminded me of Adrian Brody's character from Predators. A good actor that kind of took us kind of took God, what's the word I'm looking for? Took a role that's more of a downgrade. You know what I mean? Like to me, Adrian Brody shouldn't have been the hardcore militant guy in the Predators movie. It just didn't fit. Tom Hiddleston for me didn't fit in this role. Um, Not to say he was bad, and Tom Hiddleston is good in anything he does, but it felt like a downgrade. You know, to me, the main character in this movie was Kong and Marlowe. In fact, Marlowe's story, to me, it was a story about Marlowe. Oh, see, here he comes. This fucking guy. All right. Okay. Are you there, Joey? Look at this shit. Oh, maybe I'm muted to him. Hold on. Hold on. Are you there? Hello? Yes, I'm here. You fucking made it? I can hear you. You're 5 minutes late, Mr. Unprepared. I told you at 5 o'clock. We're going live at 9. At 9:57, you asked me to give you 5 minutes, and you took 15 minutes unprepared working on your car. Look, we're on Eastern time, not Western time. I know you're in the West Coast, but 9 p.m. Eastern, not 9 p.m. Western, because at midnight I'm going to be chilling watching Iron Fist. Iron Lung. I wish. So anyway, you got to be quiet for a minute because I was talking about my review for Kong, and then you can intercede when I'm done. You're late now, so you're on quiet time for about 10 minutes. It doesn't bother me. I can hardly hear it. Yeah. Hold on a minute. Some people can't hear you. Hold on. Hold on a second. Can All right, nobody can hear you, so I don't now. Hold on. Oh, you know why? I know why you guys can't hear. Give me a second. System sound. That's why. All right. Joey, say something so that way we can see if the chat can hear you.
Hey guys, can you hear me?
All right, you got to give it a couple of seconds because there's a small delay.
Okay.
People are like, can't hear, too unprepared.
Stupid.
Oh, man. Okay, they can hear you now. But even though they can hear you
Oh,
now,
fuck it.
you have to be quiet because you actually interrupted my review because you were late and unprepared as usual.
Okay.
All right, so
Because
anyway,
you get a
go.
lot of kick.
Sh-
Go ahead.
uh,
Your turn.
okay,
Your show. Go ahead.
yeah.
All right, quiet time.
All right, so I think to me the movie's about Marlowe. That's what I gathered. I think what the fuck are you doing? I told you to be. I
No,
gotta mute. I gotta fucking mute this guy now because
sorry.
this is
Sorry, that
you're
was
fucking
funny.
interrupting me.
All right,
All right, you're on mute. Joey's on mute, so he's unprepared and he's interrupting me. It's unacceptable. Okay, so like I was saying, I thought Marlowe, the movie was basically Marlowe's movie. The story was Marlowe. I thought the ending with Marlowe was very, very touching and sad. What the fuck? Hold on.
Well, can you hear me?
Unfortunately, I can't. Hold on a second.
Can you start your review over from the top and then?
Are you kidding me, Joey? Really?
Yeah.
You want me to start this from the top? You want to hear
Yeah,
it from
let's
the
just
top,
start.
Joey? When this stream is done, go watch the fucking video. You should have
All
been
right, fair
ready at
enough.
9 o'clock.
You should have said, "All right, let's prep
No, no, no,
that."
no, no. This is
All right.
my podcast. You're a guest. It's
Okay.
how it's yes. Okay, back to the story.
Okay.
So
Okay,
anyway,
bro.
so yeah, and I thought the ending regarding Marlowe was very touching. It was very sweet. He actually got to go back home to his wife and all those kinds of things. And that's what I gathered. I think the other characters, in particular, Brie Larson's character and Tom Hiddleston, I think we're going to learn more about them later. It's obviously they're not done with this series. So, as far as the movie's concerned, I thought it was a good takeaway from Kong. I thought that, you know, obviously very different. Like he still has certain elements of the Kong we've grown to love with the affection for a female, but he didn't let it kind of overtake him. You know, it's not like he wanted to be with her. Like he wasn't taking her everywhere. You know, he saved her from the water and he placed her back down and he took off. So I like that. We still have some elements of that classic Kong, but this new Kong is on some old thug shit. You know, he's on some old, look, baby, I saved you, but I got shit to do on my island. You're gonna have to bounce. You know, I'll smash you later or something, whatever. So, but I thought Samuel L. was good in his role. I thought his vendetta to me felt a little bit forced. I understand the I understand you want to avenge those who have, you know, your men, you know, your men who died.
Wow.
I know. Joey interrupted me again. I know that you want to avenge them and stuff like that, but there's not too many people in the world who would probably convince themselves they could successfully avenge their men against the giant gorilla. I certainly wouldn't. If I was in Samuel L. Jackson's role, I would pour beer on the floor for my homies and call it a day. You know, it's a big gorilla and it's time to move on. So that's my take on that. But it doesn't mean it was a bad thing. Because Samuel L. is good at what he does, and he brought some conflict to the movie. But really, what it comes down to is the skull crawlers and Kong and all these other monsters. I'll say one thing, and I mentioned this on the Nation. I did like the violence. I know it sounds morbid. I did like the violence. I liked like when the spiders stepped on that guy right through his mouth. I was like, whoa, wait a minute. This is PG, right? Or PG-13, right? What the fuck? That was pretty violent. Or when the other guy got taken off by the birds and they severed his arm in midair. I liked all that, you know, because that's not something we got to see in Godzilla. And that's something, if you guys remember back in the day when I was doing videos on a regular basis and I was talking about Godzilla, how I wanted to see a little bit more violence towards human, even if it was catastrophic violence, even if it was you know, damage, splash damage from the monsters fighting and like boulders falling and crushing people. Because to me, that gives it a sense of realism. That I liked in this movie. That to me was a big deal. That was a big deal. I know it sounds morbid, but it to me it makes it a little bit more believable because I, even though we know in Godzilla that there was so many people that died, we didn't really get to see it, and it kind of makes you just kind of forget about the fact that a big tsunami washed into the city and killed thousands of people because we didn't really see that too much. Where in this movie, because obviously you have a more focused group, you saw people get killed in a pretty nasty way. So I like that. I like that. So, I know there was a lot of people who say, "Oh, these characters are fodder," and they were, but that's okay. That's okay. That's good that they're fodder because it makes you think. Well, these monsters, if you're in their area or if you're in the surrounding area of their conflict, you're gonna die. So I thought Kong looked fine. I thought the CGI was fine. I thought John Goodman's death was a little bit. I was a little bit surprised by that. I thought that would be a character they might want to, because I thought he had some decent development, and then he died on. It almost felt like a poor man. Really, Joey?
Oh, I thought I was on mute. My bad.
No, man. Put yourself on mute until I tell you to come off,
Okay.
please. Unprepared as always. So, I felt like John Goodman's death was the poor man's version of Bryan Cranston. Not as impactful, but a little bit surprising. I thought he was gonna make it. As far as the end credit scene, it was good. I mean, it was obviously. I mean, I saw it already, so I can't sit here and oh yeah, I had seen it before, but I thought it was a little bit theatrical because they're talking about okay, so this earth does not belong to us, whatever. And then they show them the clip, but there's no conversation. There's no these are the monsters we think or believe exist in other parts of the world. It's like they're showing them this video and they're expected to figure it out themselves. Like there's no explanation as to why they're showing it to them. Why are they in Monarch's, base of operations? Because they're obviously not just there to make sure their mouth is shut. They obviously want them to get involved in some way. I don't know why they would want a photographer. I completely understand why they would want Tom Hiddleston, but that's something we can figure out later. So, all in all, I thought it was a fun movie. Did I like it better than Godzilla? Uh, there were certain parts I certainly liked better than Godzilla. I actually liked the characters in this movie a little bit more. I thought they were a little bit more animated, but the reason for that is because in Godzilla, we got a lot of Aaron Taylor Johnson throughout the movie, and I was so displeased with his performance, considering how talented he really is, that even though we got characters in this movie that were underdeveloped, they were at least fun. You know what I mean? Especially John C. Reilly. Like I said, I think Marlowe was the core of this movie. I interpret this movie as his story and his story with an opportunity to introduce Kong. Because the way they ended it, really, that's the impression that I got. That we had a nice little tale here that was a little unexpected, and it was a lot of fun. So, yeah, and that's it. And the end credit scene obviously it gets you hyped up, and that's that. There's really no other way for me to explain it other than that. So now we'll bring Joey in, who's obviously very impatient because he's still not on mute.
I'm
And
not.
it's too late now. Just go ahead. Say what you got to say about the movie.
Uh, I liked it. I've seen it 3 times so far. I know there's a lot of complaints from all these other YouTubers that say that the characters weren't developed enough, and I thought between this movie and Godzilla, the characters that are important are developed fine, and that's King Kong and Godzilla. I don't think anybody else from the original Godzilla 2014 and King Kong are gonna even be a factor moving on forward. As long as they got Godzilla right and King Kong right, that's all that really matters. But I think, yeah, it was. That's what I think. The characters in the King Kong movie, there are some that there's more than I want to say meets the eye because you remember the graveyard scene. There's just characters that are there that you don't even know, and they're getting killed off. And what I think they should have done is just they should have killed off the characters that we were following. They should have killed off Eric Wright. They should have killed off uh, the Asian dude. I don't know his name because he wasn't that important enough, but he was part of the main group. Instead, during the graveyard scene, you got a guy who has a 50 caliber machine gun that I didn't even know he was there. And then at the end with Kong and the napalm getting all the fire, they had a guy who caught on fire, but I don't even know who the hell that guy was. I didn't even see him the whole movie. He just had all these random deaths, and I think it would have been more impactful. We would have had more depth that involved the characters that were actually following. That way, later on, because Monarch, they only recruited Tom Hiddleston and Brie Larson, but what about everyone else in the audience? Are they going to question them on if they saw stuff? And I didn't really understand that too much.
Yeah. So, which mic are you using, man? You sounded a lot better. You sounded a lot better last time we streamed.
I'm using this one. Hold on. Maybe I should adjust the settings.
This one, like, I can't see it, bro. You're too afraid to show yourself in front of the camera.
Yeah, because I told you the Wi-Fi isn't that great right now. I'm still working on that. I'm just using the same mic.
Joey, you've had 2 weeks to prepare, and you're still unprepared. Chat saying you're a mess.
I'm not a mess.
And that you're a disgrace, and that you're unprepared, and that you should go to rehab. I'm reading down the lines right now. And that you should go to rehab.
How about now? Can you hear me better?
Oh my God. Yeah, I can hear you better, but I can also hear your AC.
Alright, I'm gonna turn the AC off.
Yeah, turn the AC off, man.
Alright.
Joey, I know you're Latin. You're Mexican, right? Mexican American?
Yeah.
Yes, you should be used to the heat, man. You don't need no AC.
Yeah, no. Yeah, that's fine. It turned out that I had my microphone that was plugged into the preference was setting towards my headphones for some reason. That's why you couldn't hear me.
Oh, right. Okay.
That's why I kept on trying to
You sound a lot better now.
Yeah.
That's you need to be better prepared so when we start the stream. This is our second stream, and this is the second straight stream that 15, almost 20 minutes into the stream, you're finally ready.
Finally ready. Hey, so that means Nick should be dropping in by anytime soon. So
what's that?
That means Nick should be dropping in soon then. He said he's going to wait a half hour until I'm prepared. I'm ready now.
Yeah, we'll see. You're getting roasted in chat again. I think everybody comes here just to roast you. It's funny.
That's fine.
It's fantastic. So yeah, I thought I noticed that too with the other characters that were kind of killed off, that kind of popped out of nowhere. That didn't bother me. That happens in all monster movies. You just suddenly all these people pop up out of nowhere that you didn't even notice before because they're death fodder. They're there to die. Yeah. So that I'm okay with. I'm used to seeing that in monster movies. But that's me. You know what I mean? Other people might have a problem with it, and that's fine too. I can understand that. But I thought the movie was good. You know, the spider monster was really cool. I didn't expect him. I didn't expect the movie to be as violent as it was. I was a little surprised by that. I was like, oh my God. And I almost took my son. My son ditched me for Optimus Prime. What happened was when we left work that day, he wanted to go get his toy first, which was a big mistake by me. Because we went to get the toy, and then after he got the toy, he said, I want to go home and play. He didn't want to go see Kong. Now that I saw the movie, I'm like, damn, this is probably good I didn't see him, man. He would have freaked out at all these flying limbs and, you know, spider feet going through a guy's mouth. That was pretty crazy.
Yeah. Did you talk about the opening with when the helicopters first approached the island and they were dropping all the bombs and they had paranoia going on? What did you think about that scene?
That was fine. I thought the scene was fine. I thought the music was generic because if you ever seen any 70s based movie that's based in military and Nam, it's always the same fucking music. It's like these are not the only 20 songs that came out during this era. I don't get it. Every movie that's military in the 70s or Nam-related has the same goddamn songs. What's wrong with playing some James Brown? I don't get it. It's crazy.
No, I liked it. I think that song fit perfectly, especially when they had it slowed down a little bit after Kong initially threw that tree in, and the helicopter started going in, and then it kind of sped up again. I like that scene a lot, especially when you think the guy's going to fall into Kong's mouth, and then the other guy bites the sandwich, so you kind of know what happened to him. I thought that was great.
Yeah, yeah, the movie. I mean, like I said, the movie I thought was very good. It was a lot of fun. I thought, you know, again, lack of character development to me was fine. That didn't really bother me too much. It's straight and simple. Tom Hiddleston is the hardcore guide. Brie Larson is. I don't want to say the damsel in distress because she was really not in distress the whole movie. She actually held her own a little bit, but she's the unfortunate. She's the character, the typical photographer that's not supposed to be there, but she's there anyway because they want to take pictures. Kind of like Julianne Moore's role in Jurassic World.
Yeah,
Not Jurassic World, Jurassic Park 2. Kind of like
great,
her
great
role.
too. Yeah,
Yeah, like
yeah.
she's a photographer, so she wants to go there. And I mean, I think she was actually a botanist or something. But
No, yeah. Vince Vaughn was the photographer.
right, but she was also taking. She took pictures throughout the movie, so that's why I just always remember her as a photographer, even though she was a botanist, I believe.
Mm-hmm.
What else? The skull crawlers are pretty okay.
Yeah, they're okay. I didn't
I
have a
think I
problem.
think I like the Muto better personally.
Yeah,
But
they were
there's
better.
this part of me that kind of thinks that the skull crawlers are like the early Muto before they become fully grown. There were certain things about them that just struck me as Muto, and I'm not saying that's how it's gonna go down. That's just my own little personal fan theory.
Mhm.
Because obviously they mentioned in the movie Kong's supposed to still grow, and that he tends to go there and he kills them before they can get larger. Because once they get bigger, they get a little bit too overwhelming. The last one was very big; it was a lot bigger than Kong was. So
Still smaller than Godzilla, though.
they're both smaller than Godzilla by far. But you know what? I don't think, based on how they have him fight in this movie and I don't think they need to make him too much more bigger because he's gonna have such an advantage with speed and jumping and all that.
Mhm.
Godzilla's a big walking log. I mean, Kong right now
Uh-huh.
can dance circles around him. It's just that if Godzilla lands a haymaker, he's knocking Kong out. You know what I mean? Because he's so much bigger. So we'll see how much bigger they make him, but I don't think they can make him too much bigger. Honestly, looking at this movie, I'm like maybe another 50 to 100 feet tops. I can't see him being much bigger.
I'd say
than
like
that.
75 feet, 175.
I mean, he'll still
That's like
be.
tick.
That's like a little
Yeah,
past his waistline, which is. I think that's doable. Personally, I think that's doable.
yeah.
But I mean, you look at some of the other monsters that Godzilla faced that are so much larger than him.
Mhm.
Biollante in her final form was towering over Godzilla. So,
Yeah.
especially in the comic book, I don't know if you ever read it, but the comic book, she was so much bigger than him. Um, I'm looking at chat.
What happened?
We need to repeal and replace Joey. It's imploding, folks. It's imploding. It's a mess. Oh man, that's funny. So, yeah. So that now, in terms of setting up the universe, I mean, honestly, I don't really think they need to go any further than what they're planning. I got to be honest. Like, I saw this movie and there were some things I saw in the fight between Kong and the final Skullcrawler that was obviously far different than how the fight played out with Godzilla and Muto. He obviously fought a little bit more, and I'm talking about King Kong now. His fighting style is more humanoid. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like he's swinging shit around, he's throwing punches, and
Very
Godzilla,
resourceful.
yeah, obviously far more intelligent than Godzilla is. Where Godzilla is just a big lumbering brute who,
I give
uses
Godzilla
his.
more credit than that. I don't think he's dumb. Like he doesn't have a small brain like in I think they talked about in the '62 movie. And I know
Right,
Kong is smarter, but
but
I don't think this Godzilla is stupid like that.
no,
He
I don't
was
think
able
he's
to
dumb, but
figure stuff
I don't
out.
think he's gonna be smarter than Kong.
No, I
I
don't
don't
think
think
so.
he's
It's
gonna be
just
smarter than Kong. I think Kong will outwit him. I think where Godzilla wins is just brute force. Like basically, if he catches Kong, Kong is all but dead. You know what I mean? Like if he, like we already saw now that fire obviously has an effect on him.
yeah.
So if he gets blasted with atomic breath, I'm expecting it to hurt. You know what I mean? Like,
Well, it also depends if it's during a storm and he gets struck by lightning, like how they showed in this film too.
Did that happen in this film? He got struck by.
I'm just
I was
saying
gonna
you were
say,
paying attention.
what happened?
I was just seeing if you were paying attention to the movie.
Yeah, I was gonna say I don't remember any lightning strikes, and yeah, no. You were trying to see if I was paying attention. You're
Yeah,
talking
seeing how
about
prepared
you
were.
being the king of unprepared is asking me if I'm paying attention. Yeah, okay. Now I don't think they're gonna do the whole Godzilla lightning thing from the comic movie. That would be stupid. I hope they don't do that. You know, they could explain that he's become more durable as he gets bigger, so he can take a little bit more. But he's already beat up. I mean, you saw the scars he had.
Yeah,
He looked like,
was all scratched up.
he looked like Arrow season 1. Like, you know, all the scars. Oh, you don't watch that shit. A DC fan, you don't watch Arrow. That's fucking pathetic, Joey. How can you be a DC fan and not watch Arrow or Flash?
I haven't had time to watch it.
Don't give me that shit. Look, I got two
really
kids. Don't talk to me about not having time. If I can work full time, go online every now and then, and have 2 kids and all this and all that, and still watch Arrow and Flash, I don't want no excuse. You're a DC fan and you're a disgrace. You're a disgrace to DC because you don't even support their TV shows. Yet you clamor how good they are, and you don't even fucking watch them. You're a fake DC fan. Wouldn't you agree, chat? Isn't
I've seen the
Joey a fake
the first
DC
season
fan?
of Arrow and the Flash.
You what?
I've seen a few of the first couple episodes of Arrow and the Flash, but
You've seen the
I
first
just
couple of episodes?
Yeah, and
all right,
let
me ask you this, Joey.
Okay,
Did
go
you
ahead.
stop watching them because you thought they were garbage?
No, not at all. I remember I just started binge watching like a couple of first 5 episodes, and then I just haven't had the time or
and then you lost
the will to watch. No,
you don't have the will to watch it. You don't have the will. He has no. That means lack of desire for something you say you're passionate about.
I never said I was passionate
Joey,
about it. I just think
you heard it here, guys. Hashtag it. Joey, fake DC fan.
Okay.
Chat confirm, please. Low energy Joey.
What you were talking about how you knew already the end credits scene, and you weren't impressed by it? Is that what you're saying?
No, it wasn't. It's not that it wasn't impressive. You know, I mean, You know what it is? I'm already ready. Like I'm. The end credit scene I saw great and well, but I'm ready already. Like my head's already beyond that. You know, so. Okay. It's not that it was bad. It was great. I thought it was a great way to set up what they have going on. What I said was it was a little bit theatrical because they're showing they're showing them this video and there's all this shit going on. They're not explaining anything. They're not like, you know, they weren't talking. They're just showing them this video like they're supposed to just guess what the fuck is going on. So
I thought that was about the other end credit scene that they were almost going to do?
Which one was that one?
It was the one where they were going to be the same people were involved, and they're actually going to be in Antarctica, and then Godzilla was actually supposed to come out of the water and stuff like that. But they decided to go
better. That would have been better. They should have done that. They were idiots for not doing that. Whoever decided not to do that should be fired.
Yeah.
Was that you, Joey? Should we?
No, that wasn't me. I don't know how that would have worked because that would have worked better if Godzilla in 2014 would have had the Antarctica origin, like how they wanted to, but then they scrapped it.
Do you think Kong should have sat at a computer in his cave and opened up a file that had G and then a KG for King Ghidorah, and this music plays, and every time he double clicks the email, you know, we see a clip of Godzilla, we see a clip of King Ghidorah? Do you think that's how it should have played out?
Well, that part wasn't that great, and if you want to talk about Man of Steel or Batman vs Superman, no, that wasn't that great. You know, that was kind of forced. They could have had it better. They could have had Aquaman earlier, and they could have had a mention about the Flash.
What? I would have even tolerated that movie if they didn't fuck up the best story in comic history with the death of Superman. That was such an insult to comic fans because of the impact that comic had when it came out. And I know I sound like a broken record. I know I've said it 1,000 times. But I was growing up during that time, and I remember when that comic came out. I remember when that comic came out, man, and it was such a big spectacle. And for them to shit on that story in 15 minutes is a disgrace to DC. A disgrace. DC disgraced themselves by allowing that to be played in a theater. Just want to say that. So,
All right, okay.
everybody's
we don't know
hashtagging Joey fake DC fan.
that's fine with them. But back to the end credits scene. Do you think all these other three monsters are all going to be in Godzilla King of the Monsters, or they're going to?
Oh man, I don't know if
Hold
I
the
want to
boxes.
see. I don't know if I want to see a team up with Kong and Godzilla. I don't even know how you can do that. Like, does Godzilla come to his turf? And like, I have no idea right now how they're gonna work that out.
I don't know how they're going to get Kong off the island.
Kong, yeah, that's another problem. You know, yeah, you got to have him fight in the city, man. You got to wreck shit.
Yeah. Because if it's going to be on the island, it's going to be more advantage Kong. If it's in a city, I think it's more neutral, or unless you have like an open plain.
An open plain for
where there's
monsters.
no like mountains. Yeah, that would be.
You should
like,
never, ever direct a monster movie.
No,
How
I'm
do
just
you
saying,
have
I'm
two
just
monsters
saying.
fight in an open plain? This
Look
isn't
at the
Zelda,
old Power Ranger
okay?
clips. You see the old Power Ranger when they had the battles at the end. They always end up in like fucking plains and there's no mountains or it's just like a clear area or, you know, but because you can't have it has to be a fair enough fight where Kong could still use his abilities to use his quickness and speed against
Okay,
Godzilla.
whoa. See, now you're losing me. Now, let me ask you a question. Bring it in chat, because this is an important question. How the fuck does a gorilla use his abilities in open plains, Joey? Can you explain that?
I'm saying no. I'm not going. I'm saying it has to be in an area where he can. I'm not saying open plain. I'm not saying this should take place in an open plain. I'm saying it can't take place on Skull Island, and it should take place in the city. It depends on what city.
In whatever city has tall buildings.
Okay.
That would be advantage Kong. He throws dirt. Yeah, that's true. He throws dirt. They're saying that he can throw dirt if he fights in an open plain. All right, so chat, I am reading what you're saying here because I know I want to get to some of these because somebody asked me, did I feel that Kong was a semi-mix of past Kongs? I think he was. The aggression was there, the sincerity was there, and the territorial reaction was there. I think it was very much a good mix of different Kongs, definitely. Godzilla needs to shove a tree down Kong's throat. You know, it's funny. History Man Kaiju. I thought he was gonna do that to the Skullcrawler when he took the tree and then got the leaves and everything off in the branches. I said to myself, he's gonna shove that thing down his throat. But
I think a lot of people were thinking that.
Yep.
He also tried to do, his finishing move, which he's done in all the Kong movies, where he rips open the jaw, and he was trying to do it on the big Skullcrawler, but he wasn't able to. You can see him get frustrated from that. So I think he's gonna have a hard time doing that against Godzilla when they do fight. And I know it's been posted on the Nation before, and my idea and a lot of other people's ideas is for if he tries to do that on Godzilla, Godzilla's just going to use his atomic breath and blow his hands off. Not maybe all of his hands, but I'd like to see some missing fingers.
What I want to know is how the fuck did he pull out the Skullcrawler's throat without dropping the girl? Yeah. How the hell did he do that? I don't know
either. That was kind of okay.
This guy Houdini?
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know how you get a grip on two different things. He's holding her in that hand, and he's got the hand in his throat, and he's able to pull out. I didn't really understand. It was awesome to see, but I'm like, wait, what?
Yeah, I mean, I still think that finishing move pales in comparison to the Kiss of Death.
Oh yeah, I
thought he was gonna break his jaw open. That's what I was waiting for.
Yeah,
and it looked like
he tried.
But they should have let him finish it that way.
Yeah, but then it's like, oh, he just did that again. Is that his signature move? You know,
it is a signature move.
Yeah, but I mean, these are different Kongs. I'd rather have him shoot lightning out.
Lightning
tips. That would have been cool.
Whoa! Time out. Let's bring it in again, chat. Joey prefers Lightning Kong over Brute Force Kong, and I think that's shit. Chat confirm.
Chat confirmed. You know, it's funny. Last time we were on this, I kept on thinking that you were saying Chad, and I didn't know who the fuck Chad was. I
No,
kept on
Chad.
looking.
That's my way of
Up.
addressing everybody without calling
But
every
you're
name
saying
here.
chat. You're not saying. I thought you're saying Chad, like Chad at Muska, CHAAD, not chat, like a chat room.
Joey, I think it's
thought-
time you pull that sugar daddy out your ear, man. They know I'm saying chat
Yeah, but to me, it sounds like you're saying Chad.
because you need to take the sugar daddy out your ear. Why not both? Nah, I don't want. Dude, I'm telling you guys right now, man. Kong is fine the way he is. Do not make that lightning shit. That's just gonna fuck everything up. Is Joey drunk? Yeah. They want to know if you're drunk.
No, not yet.
He said not yet.
So, anyways, we got a little bit off track, but Ghidorah, Rodan, and Mothra, are they all three going to be in Godzilla 2, or are we going to say...
I think that's too much. I think they are, but I still think that's too much.
I think so, too.
I think there should be... I think the Kong Godzilla movie should be a separate movie, and the third Godzilla movie should be Godzilla versus Ghidorah. I have a feeling we're going to get all of them in the second movie, and it's going to be a rerun, like a reversion, a refight, or a reboot, whatever you want to call it, of Ghidorah the Three-Headed Monster, where Mothra, Rodan, and Godzilla team up to take down Ghidorah.
Yeah. Yeah, I hope they don't do that. That's already three flying monsters, and Godzilla is, it's like, I wouldn't like that either. I prefer them to save, or at least have Ghidorah carrying on into Kong versus Godzilla, because you're not going to have a clear-cut winner between Godzilla and Kong. That's not going to happen. As much as I would like,
I don't know.
Kong to die.
I'm starting to think now that Kong will be the clear. That's another thing I want. I'm glad you mentioned that, because it just reminded me of something I wanted to say. The feeling I got in this movie after watching Kong and his interactions and all this, I have a feeling he's going to be the face of the Godzilla vs. Kong movie, and Godzilla's going to be the heel. Because they're already developing Kong to have like the way he was interacting with Brie Larson and even Tom Hiddleston to an extent, and he saved her. Godzilla has had no interaction with humans at all. He doesn't even know, like, he just does not pay attention to them. He doesn't give a fuck about humans. So he's going to come off to me more like the villain, which tells me that if there's going to be a winner, it's going to be Kong. You got to remember, as much as I love Godzilla, as much as I agree that he should win, this is an American Godzilla movie. This is an American Monsterverse, and Kong is an American monster.
Okay.
To me, that all spells out Kong's the winner.
All right. How long ago did you see the Kong movie? A couple hours ago, right?
Yeah.
All right. When you walked out of the theater, did you think you knew like right away? Okay, I see this Kong. God, he's gonna win. Because I had that feeling after I saw it the first time. I asked my friend, I'm like, all right, honestly, no bias here. If these two fought, who's going to win? And we both agreed it's going to be a really hard-fought battle, but we both think Kong would beat Godzilla, this Kong.
Yeah, and it's not that I think he can beat him. I don't think he should, personally. I don't think there should be a winner. And they still might not go that route. I'm sure they have to be aware that there's just more Godzilla fans than there are Kong fans, but the paying customer is likely to come see Kong than he is to see Godzilla, because Kong is an American monster.
Well, the box office doesn't agree with that. Godzilla opened to 93 million. Kong got like 60. People were more excited to see the end credit scenes.
Right, but keep in mind the competition Kong had.
It beat out Logan, which was a fucking awesome movie. Logan was better than Kong.
But look at its second week what it had to deal with. Beauty and the Beast.
Yeah,
Beauty and the Beast.
There's nothing you could do about that. Beauty and the Beast, Disney is going to win all the time.
But how much money do you think Kong would have gotten this weekend if Beauty and the Beast didn't come out?
Enough.
A lot? Probably a lot more. At least a good portion. So,
do you think it would have been Power Rangers? If Power Rangers were coming out?
I don't think anyone's going to go see Power Rangers.
You're not going to see it?
Oh, I'm going to go see it. I'm not knocking the movie. I'm for whatever reason. Look, I kind of like cheesy movies, and I love the Transformers series. You know that.
I know you like cheesy. That's why you fucking like Marvel so much. You like the cheese fest.
Oh, here we fucking go. Here we go. Fucking Marvel. Look, Joey, let me explain something to you. This is something you got to understand.
Yeah.
All right, I want you to listen very carefully. All right, and try and understand me when I say this. DC, bro, is fucking garbage.
You say that,
There you
but
go.
Marvel's shaking in their boots right now
Why are they shaking in their boots?
because they got Wonder Woman coming out, they got Justice League coming out,
Justice
and
League.
yeah, give Justice League time. You can't knock on Justice League when you haven't seen anything of it yet besides 3 minutes.
Okay, the only movie that I really think will give him a shot a shot, not shot. Well, shot, yeah, yeah.
Shit.
DC shat. I think Wonder Woman's the only movie that can bring him back from the brink. Like, I get it. Like, yeah, Justice League, but it's being thrown together so quickly. Superman will be in that movie. He'll come back for Justice League. We
I
all
hope
know
he's
this.
not in it. I hope
Why?
he's not.
Why?
Just because I'd keep him dead for a while.
Keep him dead for a while? They already spoiled that he's coming back.
Well,
Why
everyone
wait?
knew he was going to come back no matter what, even if
Yeah.
they would have.
Yeah, so why wait?
Even if
Why
they would
wait?
have held off his death
What
later.
is Justice League without Batman and Superman together?
It's Batman. It's a Batman movie. Batman and Friends.
Batman and Friends. Oh,
With his
Jesus.
many guns on his fucking back.
Superman and Batman traditionally created the Justice League. The fact that a Justice League movie is coming out and if they decide not to bring back Superman would just be so fucked up.
Well, I think he's going to come back, but I think he's going to be the villain. I think this is going to lead up to.
You think they're going to make him Bizarro? Is that what it's called, Bizarro?
I'm not sure what it's called, but
You're not sure you're a DC fan? Inexcusable. Yeah. That's like me. That's like someone asking me. That's like someone asking me who is a huge Wolverine fan, his arch enemy, who obviously being Sabretooth, and me not knowing. Inexcusable.
Okay.
Oh, fucking kidding me, Joey? Joey, did you read DC Comics when you were a kid?
I know them. I didn't read them.
You knew them, but you didn't read. Wait a minute. Hold on here.
This
This is some revealing shit right now. Hold on. Time out. You sitting on the nation, brother. Okay? Talking about all this DC this and DC that, and you never fucking picked up a DC comic?
Oh, no. I have before.
You have?
I just haven't. Yeah.
Really?
I wasn't like super into comics as much a lot of other people were, but I know the stories, and I asked my brother used to read them, and he would tell me what happened. I remember the death of Superman. I remember how big of that was a big deal back then. I do remember that. I remember all that stuff. I personally never really read a lot of them, but I know of them. I got
so
most
what
of
made you a DC fan?
I told you I like both.
Was it Superman Returns?
No.
Oh, okay.
I wasn't that big of a Superman fan until shit. I just like what they're doing with this Superman they have right now going on.
Did you just say you like Men of Steel?
No, Man of Steel. Since this Superman,
you like Men of Steel?
Was a good Superman, and this character, this version of Superman, I like a lot. I know a lot of people don't. They think.
But what made you a DC fan?
I told you I like both. I like Marvel, and I like DC.
Stop! Don't fucking lie to me, okay?
Don't
lie to me, Joey. You do not like Marvel, okay? You do not like Marvel. You cannot. Look, you don't have to lie to make friends, okay? Do not tell me and tell me. Do not sit there and tell me that you're a Marvel fan. It is the biggest crock of shit in the world.
I've seen every Marvel movie except Doctor Strange. I will go see it opening weekend. I'm not saying that all the movies are good, but I'll see them.
Joey, because all the movies are superior to
they
DC.
They are not. That
they
is not
are superior to the.
Iron Man 3 was fucking terrible.
And
Iron Man 2 was great.
Even the worst movies are still better than DC's movies.
No. You can say that.
Really?
Yeah.
So you think Green Lantern? You think Green Lantern? You think Green Lantern's better than Iron Man 3? You know what, brother?
I haven't seen
Green Lantern is not even better than the Fantastic Four from the fucking 90s, bro.
I didn't see those. I didn't see fucking Green Lantern because that looked like trash. I didn't want to see it.
Guys, you heard that? He said a DC movie was trash. Maybe we're breaking through
Yeah.
to him finally.
I admit that. Yeah, of course, it looked like crap. I wouldn't want to see that. It
So, all right,
didn't look
but what
interesting
what
at
was
all.
it that got you into DC? You said it was Superman?
I just like some of their characters, just like I like some of the Marvel
Like, who
characters.
was the character that brought you into DC, though? Like, you obviously favorite DC over Marvel. So, what's the
Yeah.
one character that made you favorite DC over Marvel?
I probably I grew up with the animated series, the Batman one, so it's probably both Batman and Robin and Nightwing. I like Nightwing a lot.
You like Nightwing? So, Nightwing is your character. That's like your
No,
favorite.
because my two favorite comic book characters are Venom and Gambit, and I haven't seen them in my whole lifetime done anything in any movie. So it's kind of frustrating. But they can't fucking do Venom or Gambit at all.
So, well, the Venom and Gambit have been in the movies. They just weren't in very good movies. But
Well, we have the Venom prequel coming out soon, and we got the Venom movie coming out next year. Hopefully,
so let me get this
something.
straight. So you're a closet case Marvel fan.
I told you I like Marvel. I'll go see Guardians of the
But I
Galaxy.
don't believe you.
opening night.
You're a fucking liar. Dude, the way
I
you
just
talk
don't
about
think
Marvel does not sound like a Marvel fan. I can sit here and say
I'm not
that
kissing her ass.
I can sit here and say that I'm a Marvel and a DC fan because everybody here knows that I love watching Arrow and I love watching The Flash and that I love Man of Steel and that Superman is one of my favorite comic characters. But I've never heard you say what your favorite Marvel character was until now.
I've said it.
No, you have not. No, you have not.
Spider-Man cartoon. I loved Venom. I like Carnage. I like Gambit. I used to watch the X-Men show when I was a kid.
I want you to listen to what I'm about to say. I'm pretty sure you have never mentioned your favorite Marvel character ever.
That's bullshit. We've had this talk
Chat,
before.
confirm. Have you ever heard Joey at all in the nation mention his favorite Marvel character?
Do some research on it first, because if you go search the nation and you type up Venom or Gambit and put my name, you'll see that how much I like them. I'll say what I'm saying now.
Everybody's starting to confirm that you're lying.
That's bullshit because I said Gambit and Venom are two of my favorites.
Yeah, Rob, I think it's time. Oh boy, oh my god! Everybody's saying you're a mess. You're a mess.
No, it's like I like Marvel and I like their movies, and I will.
What's
go
your
see
favorite Marvel movie?
Iron Man.
The first Iron Man. Okay.
First Iron Man, Civil War, Guardians of the Galaxy. Everything else after that is
Civil
just
War.
okay.
You talked shit about Civil War after you saw it.
No, I liked it a
Your
lot.
stories
I
are
said
conflicted.
I said they were so close to being like fucking amazing in that movie.
The
They were
movie
so
was
close.
amazing,
They almost
It
had
wasn't amazing to you because
It-
you're on a different fucking planet.
Yeah, because I'm on the planet where not everything is fucking as good as people say they are. I'm not trying to sell bullshit here. I'm telling it how it is.
All right, what about Logan? I haven't seen Logan yet, but what about Logan?
Oh, it's exactly what I thought it would be. I had super high expectations that it was going to be the best
so
comic
it
movie
delivered
since
for
Dark
you.
Knight.
So it delivered for you.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
all right, good. Because Wolverine.
You have to see it.
Actually, it's sinful
Yep.
that I haven't seen it yet because Wolverine is my favorite comic character.
Yeah,
among
you need
others.
to see it. Because I loved every minute of it.
Venom and Gambit both have movies coming out. That's true. Although the Gambit one, I think, has got delayed. So
Yeah, and I like Shannon Tatum. He's supposed to be Gambit, but I don't know. I don't know if they're gonna do it right. And Venom, but it depends on how they do it. I don't even care if fucking Spider-Man's in this movie. I'm over Spider-Man. I don't care if it's just Venom on his own, like a Deadpool anti-hero type movie. Just give me Venom and do it right.
right, yeah, right. Like everything DC gets delayed.
Do you think for in the Monsterverse, I'm going back to that. Do you think that?
Oh, whoa! Now you want to change the subject because you got Joey's been exposed, so he wants to change
I'm
the
not
subject
exposed.
now.
I've said this before. I've written it down on the internet. It's on the nation that I just don't think these Marvel movies are as good as people say they are. That doesn't mean I don't like them. There are some trash ones. Iron Man 3, Ant-Man, trash. Garbage.
Iron Man 3. I've always been mixed about because on one hand, I like the Mandarin. I like the fact he's one of my. I don't say one of my favorite villains in the comic, but he is a notable villain to Iron Man. But at the same time, I thought that what they did with him was really funny. So I can't really say I hated that much. Joey exposed. Duck and weave.
Stupid.
Oh my god, that's so funny. So all right, but I'll let you off the hook here because we've been roasting you hard. So what is it you wanted to talk about the
Oh,
Monsterverse?
for the MonsterVerse, you think that? So you think that all three, Ghidorah, Mothra, and Rodan, are all going to be in Godzilla 2, but they're not going to carry on to Godzilla versus Kong. So do you think we're going to see what's going to happen to these three monsters? Are they all going to team up and kill Ghidorah, and then Mothra and Rodan leave and we'll never be seen again? Or what do you think? Are there going to be casualties?
I don't know. I don't know. It's really hard to tell. Because these are pretty notable characters from Toho. I don't know if Toho's gonna want to see them shit on.
No.
No,
I had a feeling if go ahead. Sorry.
I think man get involved and find a way to get these monsters out somewhere else. I really do think there is a chance that Skull Island becomes Monster Central. I really do
Monster
think that.
Island?
Yeah, I do think that. Because they said the movie is the last uncharted place on Earth. Now, granted, they could find somewhere else, but they already have something. So that's my theory. Hold on one second here. Rob, my past comments about theory and Godzilla 2's ending. Nah, average. I missed it. Send Joey to North Korea.
Come on.
Oh, Joey is the Rachel Maddow of the nation. Oh my God, that's
I don't even know who that is, so don't bother me.
Oh my God, dude, Rachel Maddow. You didn't hear about that story this week? Entertaining as fuck, even though it's political. So she made these tweets before her show. She's an MSNBC anchor.
Okay.
And her show's at 9:00 every night. And she made these tweets right before her show saying that she had Donald Trump's tax returns. And it was a big deal,
Okay.
blah, blah, blah.
I think I heard her something like that.
Right. So she got like 5 million in ratings that night. But she made herself look like an ass because she got the tax returns and all it showed was that he paid a higher percentage in tax than other rich people, including Barack Obama and Bernie Sanders. He ended up paying almost $40 million in taxes. So all this tax return that
shit's over with.
that the media and the left have been sweating over that they wanted so bad, they finally got it and it blew up in their face. It was the funniest fucking thing in the world. It was hilarious.
I was making an argument with IO taxes this year, and I was going to call the IRS and let them know that I wasn't going to pay. But now, I guess I'm going to have to pay since they released that shit. That's funny.
Joey, you do know that if you're going to live in America, you have to pay your taxes, right?
Yeah, I know. But
Joey, you're legal, right?
It's a fucking joke. It's a fucking joke. Take it easy.
Joey, you're legal, right?
Just
Hello?
Yeah.
Yeah? Okay, I just want to make sure. Because if you weren't, I was going to give you up. Just so you know.
Stupid.
I was going to give you up. I would have been like, oh, this guy I podcast with, you guys got to get him, man. He's illegal. You got to deport
Sorry,
him.
I got your house is wiretapped anyways.
My house is wiretapped? You're not missing anything. I mean, you're not. There's nothing unless you want to hear a bunch of kids running around all day playing. Deport Joey. Everybody's hashtag deport Joey.
Stupid. Well, all right. Anyways, we got off track again. I think for some reason I always thought that they're gonna kill Rodan off somehow because I don't know. He's just the odd man out.
You think Rodan's the odd man out? I don't know about that.
Yeah, I know. Unless like the Rodan confirmed hashtag really gets like picked up like during the marketing and all the way up until March 2019. But I just think I always feel that I don't think they because Mothra always dies too. I just have a feeling that Rodan's going to be the one that they're just going to cut him loose.
You know what? Instead of somebody dying, I want an out of nowhere cameo by a monster. That's what I like. Maybe Vishnu. So people can finally shut the fuck up about that. All right, I'm gonna go to some comments and questions in chat. So here we go. bro. There's so many comments about you that it's tough to filter through. Oh, Jack, that meme you want? If you want, Jim Kelly has the has my face cam. I don't have my. You know what it is? I forgot. Like I said, I was watching Iron Fist, and I lost track of time, and I ran over here, and I didn't set my stuff up the way I normally do. You know, like I usually put the drape up so you guys don't see my background. That's why you see the happy birthday and all that. And I didn't get time to set up anything, so that's why I don't have my Zoom portion of the camera up, so I can't do my face memes. But Jim has a really good one that he used the other day, so just ask him and he'll give it to you. Any original monsters in the King of Monsters besides Toho Monsters? No, I think if they go all three, man, that's enough. In fact, I think that's too much. How the hell are you going to do the origin stories for these three monsters? Unless they decide to skip them all together and say they're part of this. Because they are referring to them as massive, unidentified terrestrial organisms. So it's like I said many videos ago on my YouTube that Muto would be the very common designation for these monsters until they get an actual name. So that's something I predicted like 2 years ago, and it's actually true. Ha! Points to me.
That's one thing that, or in Skull Island, that they in Godzilla Monarch was like a very secret organization, but in the opening of Kong Skull Island, John Goodman's character has a big old Monarch logo briefcase and he's walking around.
Yeah, and you know what? I'm happy they did that. I want as much Monarch as possible. That that's I think something they can really leverage in these movies. Mm-hmm. And I want to know more about the Monarch story. I want to know more about how the organization started. Why were they're about to be cut off in the 70s? Even though they had proof of Godzilla from the 50s. So yeah, I think I want to know more about that. Do you think Millie Bobby Brown will be involved with Mothra? It's not sounding that way now because they already casted her parents. So I'm not seeing that.
I heard someone was saying that, like in the Ghidorah the Three-Headed Monster, where they had the princess from Mars that came down from Mars into Earth, and she came to warn the
show. I remember that. Yep. So she'll be like, you see, but that's the thing, though. Are they gonna typecast this girl now? Is she going to be? Yeah. I mean, I don't. Don't get me wrong. I loved what she did in Stranger Things, but I don't want Stranger Things. I don't want 11 in the Godzilla movie. Yeah. I think the girl is genuinely talented, and we should let her, stretch her wings out and see what else she can do. So
so she's Mothra then. Stretch her wings out like Mothra. She turns into Mothra. Is that what you're saying?
Are you kidding me?
The girl from Logan was better. Is a better actress in my opinion. But they look the same.
They look the same?
Yeah, a little bit. I think she's a better actress.
That's fine, but they don't look the same. They look nothing alike.
Okay. Well, you haven't seen Logan, so come back.
I've seen the little girl.
Okay.
I haven't seen Logan. No. Oh, yeah. Well, I haven't seen the movie, so I guess I have no idea who she looks like. Fuck Google, right?
Yep.
Seriously.
You shouldn't be Googling like fucking 9-year-old girls anyway, so.
Oh, my God. What?
She's fucking like 9 years old.
I look up her status on Google and I'm a fucking perv? I'm not looking up naked pictures. I'm looking to see how many movies she acted in. Maybe how old she is really, because I don't know if she's 9 or I thought she was 11. What her name is, what other movies she's been in, shit like that.
IMDb.
If anything, you're the one referring to that kind of shit, you fucking perv. This is why you need to be deported.
Stupid.
Oh my God. Let me see here. Do you think King Ghidorah will be an alien or from Earth? I think he's going to be from Earth.
I don't think so.
I think he is. I think the alien curve. Number one, the alien curve is just it's too long. It's too long to explain. It can potentially get cheesy. I think he will be. I think my opinion, or this is how I would do it. Just make him the first ever discovered confirmation of a dragon's existence. He's got scales like a dragon. You know what I'm saying? What What are your thoughts on my favorite scene in Godzilla history, the New York pimp scene in Final Wars? Oh God, yeah, that's fucking Ware. I forget your first name. Sorry, kid.
Jonathan.
Jonathan Ware. Thank you. Thank you. Pedo Joey.
Hey, is Nick in the comments? And Eric?
I saw Eric here earlier. Right now, I see. See, the thing with it is, a lot of these guys have different names on Twitch, so I don't really know who they all are. I know Power Level Amy is Amy. I mean Amanda, excuse me. And I know Jack Mullins is Murphy. I know E Music is Eric, but he commented earlier. I haven't seen him in the chat lately. Bugger217, I have no idea who that is. Truman Fleming, I know who that is. Rick the Squirrel is Jonathan Ware. Bugger is Eric. But which Eric? Because we have two Erics. So Slushy was here 2 weeks ago when I was game streaming. Goji93 is Chris Leotis. What's so funny?
Fucking Nick just posted something on the fucking Nation and made me laugh. It just proves me right, but it's alright. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
Well, what did he post? What did he post?
A picture of the 11 and the girl from Logan, and I couldn't tell. I can't really tell which one's which. Luckily,
maybe you should fix your fucking glasses. Those quad focals you fucking wear. Quad focals. Nah, that wasn't Kumanga. I mean, you could, the sound it made was very similar. It's funny, a lot of people, nobody mentioned that. I thought it was very similar to the Spiga / Kumanga noise that he makes, but otherwise, I don't really think that was him. Yeah, I thought E-Music was Eric Matthews, but maybe I'm wrong. Yeah, so... Yeah, like
How
I
much
said,
bigger do you think Ghidorah is going to be than Godzilla?
I think he's going to be... I think he's going to be ginormous.
Compared to what we saw in the cave paintings, yeah.
I think he'll be about twice the size of the female Muto, but can fly.
So 600 feet, because the female Muto was 300 feet. King Ghidorah will be 600 feet, probably if...
okay, maybe not 600 feet. Maybe like 400 feet, but with a wingspan of like, from one side of the earth to the other.
One side of the earth to the other. So like one, like fucking, like as soon as he starts flying, and that's it.
Okay, Bugger217 is Eric Matthews. E-Music is Eric Slushy. Okay, that makes sense because Slushy does the music stuff. So, blind ass Joey. They're getting roasted hard, man. Oh my god.
They do look the same. I dare you to fucking look at these pictures.
I know what they look like, Joey. They don't look the same. Stop sniffing that cocaine. Oh my god. My lord.
They fucking look the same. They got the fucking same eyes and everything. I bet if you shaved their heads...
So you're telling me that if two people have similar looking eyes or the same eye color, they look the same automatically?
No, they just... They I bet you they're related somehow. Some way or another.
They're related
like if they
now?
If they wanted to do like the Mothra twins, they would probably get her on board too. If they want to do that route, which they won't.
I think I'm gonna die tonight. They look nothing alike, bro. Nothing alike.
Okay. Like I said, you need to see Logan, and then you'll say, okay.
I've seen her in the trailers. She's pretty...
Trailers don't tell a story.
I'm not looking for a story. I'm looking for what somebody looks like compared to somebody else. What the fuck is going on? What is this? Am I in some fucking Twilight Zone? I've seen what they both look like. I've seen Millie Bobby Brown without hair, with the Sinead O'Connor look, and with long hair. And I've seen the other little girl. They look nothing alike. They don't even have the same hair color.
When you see Logan, and we podcast again, I'll be accepting your apology.
You can sit down. Do not hold your breath for that apology, because you will die, okay? Oh, my God. Chat, a lot of you guys have seen Logan, and a lot of you guys have seen Stranger Things and whatever. Does Millie Bobby Brown and the girl from Logan look anything alike? Honestly, you can be honest. If Joey's right, Joey's right. Let's see what chat says. No. That's number one no.
Okay. One vote. Okay.
One no. Let's see who else. Mandela effect. No. Here we go. No. Nope. Looks like you're wrong, Joey. Either that or you're just blind and you need to get new glasses. Nope. There's another one.
Ask them how many of them have actually seen Logan.
They've
Then
all
we'll go
seen
from
Logan. You talk about Eric,
Okay.
people like Eric Matthews. Eric Matthews sees every movie
Yeah,
that's
but
ever come
Eric
out.
says he
Even
hasn't
before it
seen
comes out,
Stranger
Eric Matthews
Things.
has seen it. Okay? Eric
hasn't seen
Matthews
Stranger
is
Things,
so
so-
far ahead of the curve that he's actually in the future. This is not the real Eric Matthews. This is like a phase version of him. The Eric Matthews we know and love is in the future watching movies, and that's why he gets updates as often as he does. That's why I tell you can never be like Eric Matthews.
'Cause I'm not from the
Poor
future
Joey to Cuba. Damn, even Mexico don't want you anymore.
anymore. My dad's in Mexico right now. He's been there for a month. I hope he gets back.
Eric said he saw Logan years ago. Oh, man. Eric the Time Traveler. In fact, you know who Marlo was in Kong? That's future Eric Matthews.
Well, speaking of Marlo, I think at the ending in the credits where he's meeting his wife or seeing his wife again in the sun, I think it would have been fucking hilarious if after his wife came in and dropped the glass that she was actually married again and she was married to Will Ferrell. That would have been fucking amazing.
Only you would think of some crazy shit like that.
Would you
Do
not
realize-
fucking bust up laughing?
No, I would think it'd
was
be the
fucking
one
Will
thing that
Ferrell.
would fuck the movie up.
But
We're
it's
not-
over at
oh,
that point.
No. It
fucking
would
would've
not have been
worked
funny.
fine.
Nope.
And they would have been stepdads, and you had your own fucking spinoff like that. Will Ferrell and John C.
It
Reilly
makes
go
perfect.
back to star.
Hearing this shit from you makes perfect sense now why you like movies like Suicide Squad.
I never said I fucking liked it. It was alright. It could have been
Chat,
better.
did you hear this? He said it was all right. Meanwhile, he was talking up the film like it was the best thing since losing your virginity.
No, I fucking didn't. I said
Yes,
it's
you
an
did.
Academy Award-winning film.
You were bukkake all over
I
the
said it
place
could
when
have
you
been
talked about
better.
Suicide Squad.
It wasn't what I thought it was going to be. And it could have been better. I'm hoping
You're so
They-
full of shit.
No.
You
need to
are
fucking pay
full
attention.
of shit.
You need to pay attention.
Joey, you've written this on The Nation numerous times about how Suicide Squad this, Suicide Squad that.
Yeah, what I'm saying, it's a fucking Academy Award-winning film. That doesn't mean it's fucking, it wasn't as good, as fucking another movie, but
Joey, stop.
it was alright.
Stop. Listen, everyone in chat is from The Nation, okay?
Yeah.
Everyone in chat is from The Nation. They also read the crazy shit you type. How can you sit here and fucking blatantly lie?
I'm not fucking lying. I'm
It's
saying
bad enough you have
all
no
I'm saying
credibility.
is that
with
it won an Academy Award-winning film. When it came out, I said it was okay. It could have been better, but it wasn't as bad as people say it was. It wasn't. It could have been. It was a little bit of a mess. There's too much music that didn't fit in, but it wasn't fucking terrible, like Iron Man 3 terrible. But
Meanwhile, all you keep doing is sucking on the tip of the polished knob of the Oscar it won for best makeup. And
Yeah.
before that even happened, when the movie was about to come out, it was Suicide Squad this, Suicide Squad that, best DC movie, blah, blah, blah,
I
blah,
never
blah.
fucking said that.
Oh, come
I
on.
never said it was the best fucking DC movie. No. I wish I did have my camera working because I actually ordered on Amazon a replica of the Academy Award, and it says Suicide Squad on it. And it's a little miniature size. I wish I could fucking show it to you right now. I did order that just for you.
You ordered it just for me, so why don't I have it yet so I can beat the shit with
But
a
I
bat
can show
on
it to
stream?
you.
Listen, nobody gives a fuck about makeup, okay? Nobody gives a shit. That is one of the awards that people look at and say, "Oh wow, they have an award for that." Nobody
Yeah, I
gives a
don't
fuck
think
about
Lord of
that.
the Rings even-
Nobody gives a shit about makeup. You know what people care about in the Oscars, Joey? They care about best supporting actor, best supporting actress, best movie, best director, best actor, blah blah blah. No one gives a fuck about makeup. No one
Well,
gives.
he said it now,
Can't
but
you tell? No one gives a shit about makeup. Look who won: Suicide Squad.
it was
That's
the other,
that's
if the shoe was
evidence
on the
that
other
they don't
foot-
give a shit about
If
makeup.
the
They're
shoe
like,
was on the other foot, we wouldn't hear
yeah,
the
that's
end
a
of it.
crazy looking Joker. Just give it to them. The emo Joker.
He was fun. I needed more of him. I don't know enough about him to make a determination about him.
Honestly, I don't either. I mean, I think Jared Leto's a good actor overall,
Yeah.
but I don't know. This DC's a fucking mess right now. It's a mess. It's a mess.
Oh, hopefully, the Wonder Woman rumors
DC
aren't
is
true.
like the political left in the world of movies, and Marvel is the right. The only difference is everybody loves Marvel and nobody likes DC.
No, Marvel is more of like North Korea communist country is what it is.
Yeah, I was.
You have to love it.
True,
Otherwise,
friendly.
you-
Give emo hot topic reject Joker. Yeah, he looks like Torrid Joker. That's what I call him.
Torrid is
Torrid.
a plus size shop. So
Yeah, with all
Hot
the
Topic
with
make
all
a
the
lot
kind
of
of the darker gothic more type of shit, but for heavier people, but still the same style. So, I mean, that jacket was pretty big for him, don't you think?
yeah, it was the Academy Award winning gold jacket. Yeah.
Academy Award winning gold jacket, makeup, not fucking wardrobe, Joey. Get it right.
Hey, but he knew ahead of the time.
Guys,
Who
you
would
heard
know
that, right? You
fucking-
heard that. I mentioned his clothing, and Joey says Academy Award-winning golden jacket when they won a fucking Oscar for makeup, not clothing.
Yeah,
Joey.
that
Get with the
damage
fucking
tattoo was
program.
drawn on with makeup, and that fucking was good enough for an Academy Award. And Marvel has nothing to hang its hat on except a fucking tower
Except
in Disneyland.
billions upon billions of dollars. I'll tell you what, Joey. Let me ask you a question.
Yeah.
Do you think any actor, movie developer, producer, director, you think they give a fuck more about accolades or getting paid?
Are we talking about an indie movie, or are we talking about
I'm talking about
like a fucking where a movie?
I'm
wants
talking
to
about
business?
in the world of movies like Marvel movies and DC movies. Action.
It's about making the money.
What?
It is.
It is
It's about making the money.
Okay, so no one gives a fuck about the awards. In other words, no one gives a shit.
That's
That's
why.
Suicide Squad.
I hope Civil War gets nominated for a fucking Academy Award for Best Picture.
Joey,
That's what.
do you think do you think Civil War, their actors and Marvel really gives a shit about that?
No,
It
Civil
was
War
not only did it make a fuck ton of money, all right, it was highly positively critically acclaimed. How many DC movies have been critically acclaimed so far?
Batman Begins, Batman.
No. Joey.
Oh, so that's not DC.
It's DC. Okay, all right. First of all, it wasn't Batman Begins. Dark Knight, only 1 out of the 3. 1 out of 3. And if you want to get technical, 1 out of how many DC movies now?
I don't know. I don't have
All right.
history.
1 out of all the DC movies in the last 20 years. How many Marvel movies have been critically acclaimed in the last 20 years? Do you think it's more than 1?
Probably.
Yes.
Civil War.
No. Your answer is fucking yes.
Yeah, Civil War was fucking great. I told you that.
Yeah. More than Civil War, my
But
friend.
it could have been. It could have been amazing. It was so close. It was so fucking close. I couldn't believe it. As if they would have taken Zemo out, and then just got rid of that whole fucking storyline.
Mark, yeah, we actually did speak about Kong and the Monsterverse for a while, but Joey's making everything go off course by making.
No, I'm not. This is supposed to be a Kong and Monsterverse only, but you wanted
because we caught you lying and we exposed you.
No,
and now
because
we have to
I've never
change
lied, no.
course.
No,
Keep the exposure up. Keep it up.
this is not accurate. Did you hear the rumor that Kong and Godzilla actually going to team up and they're going to fight the Shin Godzilla?
What?
You didn't
Sorry,
hear
guys, I
that?
don't mean to yawn.
You didn't hear that?
No, where the hell did you hear that?
That Shin Godzilla is actually.
Don't bring fake news onto my podcast. Where'd you hear this shit?
I'm just showing what I heard
Where'd you hear this?
on the internet.
All right, I'm done.
It
I'm
doesn't
done.
mean it's
I'm done.
fucking
I heard it on the internet. That's all I need to hear. Hey, did you hear that Godzilla's got his period? He's going to put on a tampon? No, where'd you hear that? The internet? What? Oh, Jesus. Fake news. Oh my god. Box office predictions for Godzilla vs. King Kong. What do you think? I'll let you answer this first. Let's hear your shit.
Well, let's see. Godzilla did 93, but they got most of that within like the first couple days.
First weekend, Joey. Yeah.
Yeah, first weekend. I'm just
Thursday
trying to
to
remember
Sunday.
back
Yep.
because I know each day that they dropped a little more and more. And Kong opened up with 65. Fuck. I'm just trying to think. I don't want to just combine the two, but
Yeah, I don't think that's a good estimate to just combine two
no,
movies
no.
and say, yep,
I'm
that's it.
thinking between like 115 to maybe 140. That sounds. Hopefully, if they can't get that, then they did it wrong. If they can't get that, I'm just going low.
You think that's low? 140 million domestic for the weekend?
Yeah, if it's during that time of the year, the Fast and the Furious can pull off 150. If Godzilla alone could get 93 million, if they can't get like 115 to 140 with these two and like good marketing, then I don't think, I think I'm setting the bar low. So if they can't get that, then they did it wrong.
I have to take consideration of what's going to be out that weekend with it. I also have to consider just how successful the next movies will be. So I'm gonna say like $110 for the weekend, maybe 100. I think that's realistic. But I mean that's gonna fluctuate depending on what comes out that weekend, how the Godzilla sequel does, and I don't know if we're gonna get anything between that. So
No,
probably
I don't
not.
think
Probably not. So yeah, I think 110 is fair. I think 140, 150 is too high.
Yeah, that's what I mean. If it's got to fall in between 115 and 140, 140 I think would be like great. If they have like really great marketing and Godzilla King of the Monsters is really good, and then you have like a whole year of build up and marketing from the day after or the weekend, like as soon as Godzilla King of the Monsters is out of theaters and they just start promoting, because it comes out a year later, so they have a whole year. They really, step up the marketing game. I think that's what they could do tops, hopefully. If they can't get over 100 million opening weekend, then they did it wrong. They failed.
Okay. Kind of like you fail to be prepared for the podcast.
Well, because you kind of changed the schedule up.
How did I change the schedule? I told you 9 o'clock 5 hours ago.
Yeah, but you always say, okay, we're going to call me at 5:30 or 8:30 your time so we can get the connection going. I'm going to let people come in the chat room.
Because I was watching an amazing Marvel show called Iron Fist.
At least someone likes it.
Well, I'm only on halfway through the second episode, but I actually did like the first episode. I wasn't as slow because look, if it was slow, I would have fell asleep. Because you guys see me yawning now. I have been the last 2 weekends. My kids have been awake because we have cats now. So like the cats have been they're kittens, like they're not little kittens, but let me see. Where's my cat? Maybe I can get him on camera. One of them at least. The other one's upstairs in my bedroom. Where's he at? Knox. Where's he at? He's somewhere around here. Actually, I'm kind of surprised he hasn't come by to bother me yet. He like if I sit at the computer now, he does not like. Not that he doesn't like it, but when he wants attention, he'll jump on my desk or he'll start he'll go up on the desk and butt my hand off the mouse pad and the mouse. So I'm surprised he hasn't come around to bug me yet. But are you gonna be prepared next week?
Yeah.
Now, look, chat. Be my witness, okay? Be my witness. Joey, we're going to go back to Friday stream. We did Saturday because I didn't get to see Kong until today. So, but normally we're here Fridays, and we're gonna be here at 9 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. Mm-hmm. You guys, everybody in chat can hear me saying it. And Joey's here, and Joey, you hear me, right?
I hear you.
So Joey should be on time next week, correct?
Are you asking me?
Yeah, is Joey going to be on time?
Yeah, I'm going to be on fucking time next week.
Okay. All right. Maybe next time we could be a little. Joey, don't expose yourself so much. Because we
I didn't
did talk
expose
about
myself because
Kong.
I've said this. Everything I'm telling you now, I've said before, so you can't say I'm exposed.
I think chat would disagree with you.
This chat doesn't pay attention.
No, they pay attention to the bullshit
Okay.
you spew, my brother.
All right. Well, you need to see Logan, and then you're gonna. I'll accept your apology next Friday. At
About
9
what?
p.m.
My apology about what? You're not getting
Uh,
a fucking apology. You're not
Because
getting
you
an
don't
apology.
want it. You don't want to admit it.
You
You're
want to
saying,
apologize to
"What?"
me? Pay me back the taxes that I've paid for having your ass here illegally.
Stupid ass.
All right, guys. We've been on for over an hour. So,
Okay.
yeah, but overall, I thought Kong was a lot of fun. I loved it. I really loved the Marlowe character and the Marlowe storyline. I think that's the highlight that a lot of people missed in the movie. Those people who are criticizing the character development, I get it. I completely understand that. Referring to like some of the YouTubers and stuff. But I think what they missed out while trying to get characterization from these other characters is a very good story within Kong regarding John C. Reilly's character Marlowe, that is the portion of the movie outside of Kong that I enjoyed the most. I thought it was a touching story, a
Mhm.
very unexpected story. Monster fighting was great.
I'm going to stab you by the end of the night.
You're gonna what?
No, that's what he said to the guy. He says, "I'm going to stab you by the end of the night."
Oh yeah. Yeah, and I thought the movie was great. I thought it was a lot of fun. Obviously not perfect, but
Do you like it better than Jurassic World? That's a lot of people were comparing it to Jurassic World for some reason.
I did
Yeah,
actually. I did.
I did too. I like
But
Jurassic
that's
World,
not
but
saying anything because I did like Jurassic World. I just thought, I mean, Jurassic World was a lot of fun as well. I'm not knocking it. It's not a bad movie at all.
no,
But there's just, you know what it is? There was just that sweet. Honestly, I think what put Kong over the top for me really was that story with Marlowe. That for me, that was just touching, and I think it's because I'm a family guy. You know what I mean? I love my kids, love my wife. So seeing a little family story there where they get reunited, to me, that was a better reunion than the one in Godzilla 2014.
oh yeah.
Much better reunion. Outside of that, as far as which movie I liked better between Kong and Godzilla, that's hard to tell because there's so many different things that I like about one over the other. I thought the fighting in Godzilla between the monsters when we did get them at the end overall was better. I thought the Muto were better villains or better monsters. They had a little bit more of an understandable story. They were just acting like animals. Like the skull crawlers, you knew they were just what's the word I'm looking for? They're aggressive and evil. You didn't really
They're
know.
just there to kill. They're
You
just
didn't-
there to kill you.
Yeah,
And
yeah,
humans are there to be animals.
yeah. Like they were predators. Where the Muto were more just trying to survive. They were trying to live, trying to adapt. But overall, I thought it was a fun movie, and I loved Skull Island. I love that we explored it. We got to see different kind of animals, monsters, so to speak, whatever. And it was nice to see that finally a lot of people could officially see that branch monster wasn't Mothra. It was a fucking walking stick.
Well, we don't fucking know that
Yeah,
yet.
a walking stick. It's not Mothra, dude. Stop.
I know, like
God, you scare me sometimes.
no, but I think Godzilla was the better movie made, but I think Kong was just a little bit more entertaining because they had better characters compared to Aaron Taylor Johnson.
Yeah, they were the lesser of the two evils in terms of characters, but I think John C. Reilly was what gave it the edge.
Yeah.
If oh my god, how could I forget his name now?
Bryan Cranston.
Thank you, Bryan Cranston. If he had survived throughout the whole movie, I think it would have given the edge to Godzilla character wise.
Yeah, because that first the opening act, I thought was better than everything that Skull Island had to offer as a movie.
Skull Island was okay, but it got a lot better once they got to the island and they first encountered Kong. Before that, I would say the opening for Godzilla was a little bit better. Godzilla got bad or got slow or
in the middle.
Wasn't as good in the middle. Yeah. Kong is a meteor sandwich with wheat bread, while Godzilla is more like nice Tuscan bread with butter in the middle. That's the best way I can describe it. And we all I like Tuscan bread much better than wheat. That's for damn sure. So
Tuscan Raiders.
All right, that's where we call it, Joey.
Okay.
I'm talking about bread, and you're in fucking Star Wars. All right.
Let's talk about Star Wars soon.
All right, anyway, guys, we're gonna come back next Friday. We'll have we'll talk about some other whatever happens during the week for entertainment stuff, and we'll
Are
definitely
you
talk
gonna
about
see
kaiju.
Beauty Beast between now and then?
I don't think I'll be ready by Friday night with it.
Okay, unprepared.
Yeah, don't talk to me about unprepared, motherfucker. Seriously. But anyway, you guys have a good night. Thank you for popping on. And once again, you guys are my witness. I did tell Joey nearly a week in advance of the time he has to be here. Let's see if he's prepared. If you guys want to place bets in the nation, that'll be great. We can do that. I'm willing to bet my
Run a
next.
poll.
I'm willing to bet my next year's salary, which is a significant sum of money, that he will not be prepared.
Oh, hey,
Next week.
before you go, hold on. Before you go,
Yep.
which was better, Shin Godzilla or Kong Skull Island? Which is the better movie?
Look. There's only a small handful of movies that are not better than Shin Godzilla. And one of them is Godzilla vs. the Sea Monster, Godzilla's Revenge. Yeah. And I gotta look up the other ones. I can't even remember.
Godzilla Raids Again?
Godzilla Raids Again. I think that's a better movie, to be honest.
Come on. You can be serious.
Look, I'm more serious than you, and I'm not full of shit either. So, how's that?
Okay.
How's that, buddy? Okay, good. All right, guys. Oh no, it'll be up on my YouTube channel like in the next hour or so. It'll be up on YouTube, and you guys can go to your favorite parts of the stream and watch me roast Joey. So,
Oh, shit.
all right, guys, have a good night. Joey, thank you very much. I'll see you next week.
Thanks, guys. I'll see you Friday.
All right, guys, take it easy. Peace.